I was born to a very devout Catholic family, and as we grew in our Cerro Malangara Catholic tradition, when I was young, I started to dream about what a meaningful life could look like. My uncle, Father Varghese Ertl, suggested to me one day when I was a child that I could make a great sister. I had my doubts, but that idea was a seed to my vocation. I went on and I became very active in my youth group. And one day I went on a retreat and had a profound experience of God's love. My life changed that day. I began again to dream about what a beautiful life for Jesus could look like. I had a lot of fears. I wasn't sure, but Jesus walked with me during those times. And I sought the advice of many religious leaders, our bishops, priests, and sisters. And I prayed intensely during these times in high school and also in college. In fact, when I was in college, 3 priests in a row suggested that I again revisit this idea of pursuing the religious vocation. After the 3rd time, I knew that this could not be easily ignored. And again, I prayed. During that time, I was applying to medical school and graduate school, and I obtained admission to medical school. It is at that point that I became more familiar with the Bethany Sisters. I read the life of our beloved Archbishop Maravanios, who is servant of God and the founder of the Bethany Sisters, also known as the Sisters of the Imitation of Christ. I truly loved how, although he was a great professor, he gave up everything for Jesus. All his name, all access to financial stability, for the dream of Jesus, for others to know him more. When I read about his life, I knew that I was being called to be a religious sister and also to give my life for the sake of evangelization. I'm so grateful that I also felt called after many years of discernment and after my medical school and graduate studies and finishing internal medicine residency. I understood that I was being called to the Bethany Sisters. I started my formation and I took my vows in 2016, my first vows. And I'm so happy today to be called a Bethany Sister. These days, it's hard to hear the voice of Jesus. When many other voices are competing for our hearts, it is truly the voice of Jesus that gives us all peace and joy and consolation. It is a gift, a vocation, and it is meant to be at service of others. It is a life of fulfillment. It is a life of joy. It's a life of sacrifice. And I pray that many would hear the voice of Jesus calling them and answer this profound call to him. When I think about my religious vocation as a Bethany sister, I'm very happy about our charism, especially for the renewal of the church, for the reunion of churches, for the emancipation of women. We pray that this charism of our congregation would continue to inspire many people to come and to become a religious sister, and if so called, to serve the Cerro Malangara Church. The Cerro Malangara Catholic Church is a Bethany sister. My advice to young people who are discerning their religious vocation is to pray, to really reflect upon their lives, their gifts, to hear the voice of Jesus, to read the Holy Scriptures, to be close to the sacraments, to seek elders and guides to help them along their path, and at the end, surrender to the holy will of God. May God bless you.